Hey, Ed here. Welcome to CxO Bach, Season 2, Episode 7, The Name Dropper. Yes, these things really do happen, isn't it? Is it quite as extreme? Normally not quite as extreme as the little vignette, but sometimes it gets pretty close. So this one's pretty simple. There's no need to name drop. If you have the meeting and you know the purpose of the meeting, to share your product or service or whatever it might be, that's all the credibility you need. They gave you the meeting. So don't ruin it by going over the top name dropping. Now, in context, let's just say there's questions or you're introducing the product. And again, fictitious example, hey, I worked really closely with the healthcare team at Apple, and Tim Cook was personally engaged. And that's how come, we use the human-centered design that we ended up with because it was very compatible with, you know, in that sort of context, it's fine. But when you just like look for an opportunity to say, "Oh, geez, Safar and I, we're like this. We go way back," or let me tell you the stories of me and Judy, or whoever it might be, whatever sort of celebrity CEO or famous CEO there might be. And it doesn't have to be CEO, right? It could be anybody that someone would know, and your purpose using that name. So it could be a peer, right? So that would be the other example. I went straight for, big company CEOs that everyone listening would know about, but you may start name dropping a lot of peers, like, or other organizations. I was over at Mayo Clinic the other day and I was doing this, that, and the other. Oh, I was at Johns Hopkins and, I'm there all the time. Or I was over at Cleveland Clinic, or I was over at Baker, wherever, all these great organizations. That would be another little bit more subtle example, but you don't need to do that unless it's within the context. And you get to the point people ask you about that sort of thing. So you might want to save some of that for the cocktail parties, the receptions where it's kind of cool and you want to tell someone, hey, I had this really cool experience with Elon Musk, way back before, Tesla, and this is what happened. That's kind of cool, uh, but not just to throw it out there, completely out of context in a business setting. So that's really it. It's pretty simple, but you'd be surprised how many people do the name drop thing. And again, it may not be the CEO, right? Because not that many people are going to have access and that level of BFF with CEOs of these companies. But certainly they will name drop all these other health systems or other people you would know. And just be super subtle about it. Don't do it unless you need to do it, and save some of those stories for more of the social times. And when there's a back and forth, that's the other thing, is like someone may share a story. Oh, I worked with Oracle way back in the day. And, Safra was just into her role and I was just into my role. And you tell that story, and then their colleague, whoever you're talking to, say, oh yeah, I remember when, I was in that same sort of situation. And there's this like back and forth that, that's okay. But when it's just like one way and it's just like trying to like impress someone, your credibility comes from who you are as a person, and also the product, the service, the organization you're representing. So there's no need, if you find yourself in that need to go way above and beyond, you're probably missing the mark. And I would focus on the former, which is yourself. All right, that's CxO Bach. Season 2, Episode 7, bonus material for the name dropper. If you like any of these things that I share with you and any of the insights that I'm giving, feel free to contact me if you think we might be a good partner. And you can go to my website at marksadvisory.com or drop me a note, and certainly happy to talk to you more. And I won't name drop. All right, take care. Thanks for watching.